Hello everybody, this is my sixth photo recreation project. I'm using Ebony magazine again. This is a 1952 cover with Dorothy Dandridge. I chose this one because of the art direction. I just love what she's wearing, I love the fashion, I love her posing, and I just think I can make a great image out of this. So I'm starting off in my garden and I've chose to put a yellow scarf down, but later I decided to change this because I want it to look like sand so I can blend it into an image that I'm going to find later online, but it just was not cutting it and I ended up going for just a white blanket. But this is where I'm starting off. Here I just have to move all my equipment out of the sun because I did a test shot and it was far too sunny. There was lots of reflection in the image, so I've moved into the shade. Finally, I chose to shoot tethered as always, and I have gone ahead and skipped through my usual Lightroom choice. So I've gone ahead and already selected my favorite images from Lightroom, so I've just flagged these and I'm about to save the best ones to my desktop and choose what I want. Now I'm heading to Unsplash, which is a license-free image site, and I want to search white sands because I want a really nice picturesque backdrop. I'm also going to blend the white picnic blanket into the sand, so I think this would be a lot easier if the sand was white. So I really like this image. You just click and you click download and it will save that image straight to your download folder. Here we are in Photoshop. I've already opened the image I want. I'm just going to open the selected image from the ones that I took myself. I'm dragging in my white sands image and placing it below the layer of the photo that I'm about to cut out. As I can. I don't know why I decided to cut it out like this. Normally I would have just cut out the whole of the background, but I'm just gonna go with it. Okay, I've deleted that, and then again I normally would have just used the tool to cut out this section, but for some reason I decided to use the rubber tool, so just to show you, you can use both tools. So now I'm going to neaten everything up and make it as realistic as possible by cutting out my background and every little detail that I don't want in my final image. For this, I'm using the lasso tool, which is great because it sort of sticks to every corner and the computer kind of guesses when there's a bump or like, you know, a change in color, so it knows where you want to select. So I'm just going to tidy this up. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and drag in the same image that I've just cut out, but with the full background. This is because I'm trying to catch the shadow. I've realized that I've cut out half the shadow and I need it to look realistic. So I'm dragging this image behind it and I'm going to size it up to the exact same size as my cutout. Okay, now that I've done that, I turn on the opacity and I'm going to go back to the lasso tool. Oh, sorry, new layer. I'm going to go back to the lasso tool on this new layer and I'm going to draw around the shadow and colour that in black so I can then fade it out and make it light grey. Okay, so now I have my shadow, as you can see. I am going to bring up the opacity of the layer, the cutout layer, so you can see what it looks like. I've also turned down the opacity on the shadow. Now what I want to do is use the quick selection tool to select the white blanket, because I then want to try and fade this in to the sand and get it to the same color as the sand. Now I've got it selected, I'm going to select linear burn, and this basically brings out the color below this layer, so it's bringing out the sand color, and I'm just going to use my rubber to kind of blend in the corners because it's very sharp right now and you can see exactly where the top layer ends, and obviously I want it to look as natural as possible. I'm now in the liquidify section, and I'm just gonna alter my face. I really don't need to, but it's just, I just want to do it. I'm literally just editing till I think it looks good. I'm using the spot correction tool to just take away some eye bags because we don't want any of that. And the burn tool to darken features, so I normally use this on my eyebrows, eyeliner, eyes normally, but you can't really see my eyes that much. I think they're dark enough as well. So yeah, I think that looks good. Now this is what I do to like airbrush my images. I use this color finder and select my brush and bring down the opacity, and I basically just lightly run this over my skin. Obviously not too much because I'll turn one color, so you need it to look quite natural. Just go over certain areas. So going over my hands, just generally all over my skin. You'll definitely see a difference in this when I get to my face. And voila, that is perfect. Okay, I'm happy with that. I've just selected this area because I can still see white, so I'm going to bring down the fuzziness in the replace color and adjust. And then again on the hand, I'm going to use the lasso tool to get those little bits of white away. Perfect. Again, replace color, and I'm going to bring it down to grey. And finally, I'm really happy with this. I just need to resize it and make me look a little bit bigger, a bit more natural. Okay, now just to adjust the color balance, I'm just going to make it a little bit more warm because my skin is very pink in this image and the background is very blue, so I'm on the background layer and I'm just trying to match it to my skin a little bit more so it doesn't look edited. and I'm kind of happy with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it and show you a close-up once I save it. Thank you so much for watching. Also, I'm not done with this photo recreation project until I get to 10 because I've missed a fair few weeks. So if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to me and stick around so you don't miss any further projects. Thank you.